Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Kyle with Family Firearm Reviews. Today we're going to check out the Taurus G3 full size. Now, for the guys that like the specs or the ladies that like the specs, we're going to get right down into them. We have a 4-inch barrel. We have a 7.3 overall length. We have a 5.2-inch tall firearm. And we do have a 1.25-inch width. We're looking at around a 25-ounce weight on this firearm and a trigger pull of 5.5 pounds. It does come with two 15-round mags from the factory, which is pretty nice, especially since this is on the budget end. Now, being on the budget end, you can pick these up anywhere from the $200 to $300 range, so this is probably a good option for someone starting out with firearms, good starting out for training, right? That's a great idea. Something that's nice about this G3 is actually the trigger. The trigger is single action with double strike capabilities. So what that means is I can pull the trigger and I actually don't have to cycle the slide. The trigger will reset and I can fire again. So if we do have a misfire or we do have a light primer strike, we can actually go ahead and try to hit that round again and see if it'll go off, especially if this is your home defense gun or something like that. That's probably a great feature for this firearm. Something else that's nice about this is it has two-stage safety. It does have a right-handed thumb safety that you flip up to turn on, flip down to turn off, and then it does have the trigger safety. So we've got two safeties here, which is nice for some of the firearms, especially if this is your home defense firearm. Something else it does have is a nice rail out front. It's a pretty good rail. You can put a flashlight, a laser, anything on there you may need. It is a really nice firearm. It has a nice smooth release right there. Front, rear slide serrations. It's got good grip, good texturing in some good places. It's got a little spot here for your finger, which is pretty nice. So when you are in that safe position, you've got somewhere to, call home for that finger. Trigger guard's even got a little cut on it where you could put your finger. You can get pretty high up on this firearm. My whole hand fits on there without even placing one of the magazines in there. So the mags don't come out very far at all, and they do drop right out of there, so there's no need to strip these magazines out of this firearm. So the sights on this firearm come with a red front dot and a blacked out rear. Now I've already gone and put a little bit of white paint on that rear sight. That way it was easier for me to pick up this front sight. That makes it more like a Glock sight, makes it a little easier for me. I also use this with my Mantis X system. So I have the Laser Academy. You put a small, 9mm basically laser bullet in there and it connects with your phone and targets. So I use this with that system. That's really the reason I picked this up, for that double strike capabilities, so I don't have to continuously cycle my slide while I was firing my firearm in the basement. This will also help in low light if you put that white paint on that rear dot. So if this is your home defense gun and you do have a light on it, it's pretty good to just do a little bit of your own home sight improvement right there. Today, we're going to head out to the range. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to run 200 rounds to this firearm today for the first shots. We're going to do 3 different styles of 115 grain, and then we're going to run that 124 grain so we know what it feels like and know that it can handle some self-defense ammo, because they are usually a heavier weighted bullet. So let's get on out to this range and get some shooting done today. Now we're out here on this beautiful day. We're going to take some shots with the Taurus G3 full size, see how they go. So we're going to run the 115 grain through these 115 grain. So the first 2 mags, so it'll be 30 rounds, and then we'll swap off. We'll put 1 mag of 124 grain, and we'll run another 115 and reload it next. Man, that slide release works great on this firearm. That was quick, nice and light. Perfect. So now we're gonna run the 124 grain. So that'd be more your defense ammunition or you know, the NATO style ammo that they have. So it's a little bit heavier bullet, that's all. Now back to 115 grain.
Hey everyone, it's Lauren with Family Firearm Reviews, and today I'm going to take a turn on the Taurus. So far I've only fired this dry with the Manta system, so I'm interested to see how I do for real. It's a whole lot of fun.
Man, this is a great shooting little firearm for this little budget gun. I'm gonna tell you, this may be one of my new favorites to bring out to the range. I mean, even though it is a budget gun, it is a great shooter. I have spent a lot of time on it with my Mantis X system, so that does help with my accuracy. But man, I think I'm really gonna enjoy shooting this out here live fire. So, now that we've got our 200 rounds through the gun today, Lauren and I are gonna give us our final thoughts on our first shots. So now we're going to do our final thoughts on the G3. Now the G3 is something I have never shot live. It was something I had shot basically only with the Mantis X system that I use for training, kind of trigger control. I run it in a lot of my different guns out there. So this was our first time shooting it live, and I'm pretty sure that Mantis did help me hit. You saw a lot of the accuracy. It is a pretty good gun. I had no reliability issues, no jamming issues. It does come with the two 15-round mags. It's a great little firearm for that $200 to $300 range. I mean, I have no complaints with this at all. The trigger's great. That double action trigger is really nice. And the stippling is very nice. Like I said, it's a little smooth up here, but you do have some nice grooves for your fingers. I was able to ride pretty high on this, maintain control. The full-size barrel is great. The sight's easy to acquire. I did add that little bit of paint right there, so that may be something you may want to do also. You can do this stuff at home, even if there's not a dot on the front of your firearm. You could grab some of your wife's nail polish or something, put a little dab right there, make it a little bit easier to acquire. There's no shame in that, right? What do you think, Lauren?
It's one of the first times that we totally agree. I love it. I don't know if it's because we've been shooting it with the Mantis that I feel so much more comfortable, but like we say, for me, I've got some grip strength issues and some wrist issues. Mags were easy to load. I can rack the gun. Super fun to shoot. I absolutely love it.
I'm going to say this is probably one of our new favorites, so we'll be bringing it out to this range, and I'd be looking for a 1,000-round review on this one for sure. So until we meet again, friends, we'll see you. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links in the description.